Hello, everybody. Ah, Yolanda. Hi, Yolanda. Hey, is it possible for you to help me, please?
Of course.
Oh, thank you. I have missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too. I made sure that I went to sleep early so I could be here.
There you go. Ah,
Like, I need to be on time. I need to
yes.
get back to my groove. Good morning.
Good morning, my
Grand
melanin.
rising.
Yes, Zola, I see you. Emanon and Luke, I see you. Anot, Empress Ella. She might be in there somewhere. There's Elle, and there's Lolita. Hello, my beautiful darling. I've seen you now. I've missed you. Mm, we are here. The feeling of appreciation. We're going to practice that today. Meaning, before you get to your destination, we are going to practice that feeling of appreciation. Why are we practicing it? So that whenever you are in a situation that you just don't know what to deal with, it is always best to have control of the situation, meaning having control of you, so that your feelings don't run away with you. You know, for instance, if you are going through the day and you meet up on whatever that situation is, it could be good, bad, or indifferent. Having the ability to conjure up or summon the feeling or the sensation in your body, you have control of the situation. If you walk into a tense situation, you should have the capability of summoning that sensation of calm and peace. Why? Because when you do that, you project it outward, thereby calming the room. This, and you don't have to be there to try and break up a fight. You just have to be there to summon the feeling of calm and project it outward. The more you practice, the stronger you become in doing that. And also, the byproduct of that is manifesting consciously. Meaning, if you say, I want this thing, well, summon the sensation of accomplishment. How does it feel to accomplish something? You know exactly what it feels like to accomplish something, whether it was your own experience or someone else's feeling of accomplishment. Simply recall it and hold it within your own body. We practiced this on the weekend, but I found that this morning we need to do it more because we experience things and we have to have the ability to pull ourselves out of that situation as quickly as possible. What if you got bad news? Listen, news, good or bad, the news is telling you something. But how do you want to respond to the news that you have received? In traditional Chinese medicine, when people uh, have either really great news or really bad news, the effect is the same. It scatters chi. This is why some people can, expire if they win the lottery because it's just too much. So you have to be able to control or choose the sensation you want to have in your body. So now you're on your way to work, you're on your way to school, wherever you're on your way to. You don't have to close your eyes because I'll tell you now, if you're walking by a billboard and you see something that upsets you, you've just summoned a sensation. See, you're already doing it at will, just unconsciously. Where you need to get to is to be doing it consciously at will all the time. That way you're never caught unawares. So, what sensation do you want this morning? The sensation of appreciation. How does appreciation feel? You walk into a room, you get applause. Or, I'm so happy to see you. Anybody that you enjoy seeing and they say to you, I'm happy to see you, that has happened before. So bring that up right now. You don't have to close your eyes. Just bring it to the forefront of your mind. Someone that you really appreciate. Bring that up. And when you bring it up, let it just sit there for a moment inside your body. You see, because when you hold appreciation, remember the law does not see who or what you are appreciating. It just knows that you are holding the sensation of appreciation. Thereby, you are holding the thought of appreciation. And as we know, as within, so without, cause and effect. And you are now also, the longer you hold that appreciation, now you are polarized in the direction of appreciation. And what happens? Ah, yes. You get situations that you can be appreciative of. Let that sensation sit there for just a moment longer. That's it. Good. How does that feel to you now? You can let it go, because you can call it again, can't you? And the practice is calling it and having it come right away, that sensation in the body. And how many times throughout the day can you do it? Because remember, we are always talking to ourselves. We are always feeling a sensation in the body. And it is that sensation that determines the experience you will have on the outside, because they all have to correspond. So what you are doing when you do this, summoning a sensation at will, is being the cause. That's what you're doing. Is it not better to be the cause? Well, then you know exactly what you can predict in your experience, can you not? That is exactly what we're doing here. Day in and day out, until we become more comfortable doing it, that it is now running on autopilot and becomes your lifestyle. The predominant sensation that rules you is your lifestyle. So if you always have the sensation of worry, exactly. That's what you experience. You can predict that. And this is why, my friends, we practice. And we practice, and we practice, and we practice. And notice, it is not practicing dragging a heavy burden. No. It is a practice that causes you to skip with a pep in your step. Whee! You have a good time doing it because you know what you are doing. Ponder that for a moment, going through the day and just having the day conform to you instead of you being broken into the day. Those are two separate things, and we all know which one you would prefer. You prefer to be in control of yourself. Look at the confidence that will give you. If you're on your way to work, and you know it's month end for those of you who are in accounting, oh, you know it's month end. Every month is the same, right? Every process is the same. But how do you want this process to go? You want this to be smooth, and you balance the first time out the gate, the feeling of relief and not having to find where you're out. Oh, yes. Oh, I remember those days. Right? This is what we do. It brings us to a place, you will begin to notice, a place of inner peace, because You don't have to fret about anything because what are you doing? You're deciding what you want and you are choosing it. That is how you bring there. This is how we stop with the, oh, it will happen one day. That's how we stop that. Because if you keep saying it'll happen one day always comes, but it's so far out, your body can't grab the sensation of future. It grabs the sensation of now, is what it does. Because we're only ever living now. Practice again. Let's pull up relief. Neville Goddard says that relief is it's the sensation that is most keenly felt within the body. You know, when you're relieved your shift is over at work. You're relieved you're done your workout. Where is the relief? That cool glass of coconut water on a hot day. That is relief. It does not matter where the relief comes from, so long as you can conjure it up within your body. See if you can pull it up now. Relief. I did it. Relief. Pull it up and sit with it for a brief moment. See? Feels good. The belly is relaxed. The shoulders are down. And you are at ease. You know, you caught that bus, you didn't miss it. You caught the train, you didn't miss that. That is relief. Ooh, I didn't whistle there. Feel it in your body. What are you doing when you do that? You are conditioning the body to respond in the desired fashion that you want it to behave in, as opposed to having it be triggered. That's the difference. Because it is amazing what can trigger us. It is amazing. You could go somewhere and just overhear somebody say something. And you're like, oh, yeah, I know. That happened to me. And all of a sudden, there you go. You're gone. Your sensations are gone. And you are having that inner conversation. And the next thing you know, you are experiencing that thing. That's what it means to be just tossed to and fro. But we are big now. We don't get tossed to and fro. We steer the rudder of the ship of our lives, is what we do. And we do it at will. We do it at will. I trust that makes sense to you today. Because too many times I hear, yeah, but I can't. Yes, you can. That is why we practice. And that's why I give you the negative of it first, because you know exactly what it feels like to be driving down the street and somebody's just acting a fool. And you know how the sensation is in your body, don't you? You grip the wheel and somebody's getting flipped the bird, right? And then what happens? That experience stays with you for a matter of time. Because what do? Oh, how dare they? I can't believe it. And you start asking yourself, what did I do to bring this? Don't stop to ask what you did to bring it. Stop to redirect yourself where you want to go and what you want the sensation in your body to feel like. That is what we do. Sometimes everything does not require your engagement. Everything does not require for you to throw your hat in the ring and have a brawl. Everything is not. No, we don't need that. Especially if you say to yourself, inner peace and calm is what I would like to feel in my body. Because you know if you sustain the feeling of in your body, it is only a matter of time until you experience it in the outside world. That is what you're doing. And the reason I say to practice is because when you're used to practicing, right? And you get some kind of news, that news does not throw you somewhere, right? You can handle it. hmm You can handle it because you've been practicing as opposed to waiting for a situation to come. And when that situation bowls you over, takes you for six, you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't have the will to fight. Then don't fight. Prepare for a fight. How do you prepare? Getting your mind right. This is how one prepares. Because you're preparing for a fight doesn't mean you're going out there to fight. It means you are preparing yourself for any situation. Why? Because if you are calm in any situation, you now can see all the exits. You can see any route that you're supposed to take because you're not cornered. You're not desperate. You're not with your back up against the wall trying to figure it out. Then fight or flight kicks in. That's the difference. When you are always in that state of ease and relaxation, then you now are in a position to choose the best course of action, right? What if what if you just want to lift your mood? What if you just want to smile? Summon that right now. Summon the feeling of, huh, that was funny. I remember that. And see, whatever that thing is that you recall that was funny, laugh about it. The sensation. Because once you feel the sensation and you have a memory for laughter, you will laugh. And of course, somebody next to you will go, what's that about? Am I crazy? And no, you're not. You are just simply deciding what you want to experience. That's what you're deciding upon each and every single time. Sorry, I'm laughing right now because I'm watching my boy try to figure out how to pour his cereal without making noise. See, this is what I mean about conjuring up something. So the next time you go about and you need to have a good chuckle, remember that. Remember just a moment of laughter. It's nothing that we take for granted. What if you're going somewhere and you're a student and you come across a teacher who's, just stuff in the classroom is beginning to get a little, you know, crazy. You want to be in a position, Javion, this is for you. You want to be in a position where you can project a level of calm outward. So let's see if we can conjure that sensation in the body. Calm. Where have you been calm before? Where have you experienced that? Has it been a hug from someone? Because that is calming, that is soothing, right? That hug brings about a sensation of calm in the body. Remember that and bring it into your body right now. That calm. Do that and sit with it for a moment. So now that you recognize that sensation of calm, keep practicing it. Because as you practice, what you are doing is projecting that sensation outward. It is just a natural thing that is done. Feel the calm and project it outward. Well, how do you mean project it, Angela? Feel it. Feel the sensation. The sensation doesn't just stay inside your body. It doesn't. It goes outward. The law of gender. That's what you do to calm any space that you are in. And as I said, the more you practice doing it, the easier it becomes and the more potent it becomes. Well, does that mean I'm going to bring a situation that is tumultuous that I'm going to have to calm? Not necessarily. Remember, preparation. Be like the Boy Scout. You're ready to pivot in any direction, right? You're ready to pivot in any direction. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the people in the space. Let me sip some water first. Emanon, Brookie, Ruru, Muck 45, Tiffany and Javion, Luke, Shea Butter. That's on Twitter. Fanbase, we've got Yolanda, My Melanin, Miss McQueen, Zola, Shanice, Lala, Casey, and Malik. They are here in the Facebook world. No, Fanbase. Dear Lord, it's early, isn't it? YouTube, who do we have in the space today? Anot, L, Lolita, Asonia. Hello, David. TJ, David. The better man. I see you. No need to apologize, my dear darling. It's okay. Life. Better late than never, I say. Tracy. Right? David says, I love people with a sense of humor. Yes, Bajans do have an incredible sense of humor. It's on overdrive. Yes. You see, I trust that these simple exercises that we do will help you. Because as I say, that is the precursor to manifestation. So then you don't have to try to manifest something that you want. Simply summon the sensation of achievement or relief or accomplishment. Those things, once summoned and sustained within the body, only have one outcome. You get what it is that you've manifested, right? That's what you want. This is why the understanding is important, right? So practice as you go through the day. Practice, practice, practice. What if you're a writer and you want inspiration? You want to write that screenplay, you want to write that book, that post, that TikTok, whatever it is that you want to write. How do you get the inspiration? You summon the inspiration. And when you do something that you've wanted to do, what happens? How do you feel? You feel as if you have accomplished something. So the minute now you say, I've got to finish that book. You know what? Let me sit here for a moment and summon that feeling of appreciation, of inspiration. Yeah, because I did it. So long as I have the prompting to do it, it is done. And start to feel it in your body. Because that feeling of calm that you produce, that achievement, that accomplishment, that is of a higher vibration. And you will get it. Like yesterday, I needed to do something. I needed to put something up, to post it. And I wasn't quite sure what to do. And I said, I'll just leave it back there. I'll just leave it. And I sat down and I was just looking at the tetrahedron. I took my glasses off, and well, you know how that works. And I was just looking at it and just staring at it. I wasn't doing anything else. But you see, the tetrahedron, or all um, platonic solids, emit their own frequency, their own vibration. And so by me engaging with that object, by just looking at it, I put myself at ease. And because I put myself at ease, there was the idea. It just literally, just, just came out of nowhere. I saw the image and I saw the caption, and I was like, done. And I did it. That is the same for everybody. You don't have to push your way through finding a solution. That's why you don't look at the problem either. You already know what the problem is. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Yes, you do. Summon the sensation. That is how you will do it. The law will do it in its way. It will bring it about in its way. You just summon the sensation that you want the law to emulate. Cause and effect. I wish I could be with you guys throughout the day to watch you practice, because it would be awesome to see. Yeah, don't get it twisted. I practice too. I practice. Because you have to. When you practice, now you walk through the world, if you could see it for a moment. Chaos is around you, but yet you are at peace. Because you know how to put yourself at peace. You don't look to anybody to do that for you. You can do it for yourself. Panic all around you, and you're as cool as a cucumber. Because you know how to summon the sensation of ease. This, I tell you, it is far-reaching. It is far-reaching. It doesn't just stop with what you want. It simply begins there. I trust that makes sense to you today. Are there any questions before we go about the day and practice it? And you know what? I love when you tell me what you've accomplished. I love it when you do that. You know why? When you share your accomplishments, especially in a space like this, when you share your accomplishments, it encourages other people who may be struggling with something, and they think, well, I can't. When they hear, oh, it was done, I did it. Oh, and I did it. Now they are inspired. Now they are inspired to try it for themselves, because they want to be part of the mix. And that is also how you summon the thing. Ooh, I want to do that just like them too. I want to have that sense of accomplishment. And now you get excited, and you've raised your vibration, which will now open you up to feel that accomplishment. That is what you call raising the vibration in the space. That's what happens. We feed off each other and we elevate each other, not in a negative way, but in a mutually beneficial way. I raise my vibration, I help you raise yours. Then you help the next person raise theirs, because we're in the same space. And then at the end, we're all at a higher level. Right? But we didn't just take, we exchanged. We gave to each other so that we could all be elevated. Mutual benefit. Symbiosis, as opposed to, I don't know what that other, I know it's parasite, but being parasitic. Those two things, right? Are there any questions? You can drop them in the chat. Those on YouTube, fan base, you guys can hop off the mic and let me know. And Twitter, you can request. Totally up to you. If you've got it, that's awesome. Practice it now, and it will build your confidence. But who's it building confidence in? Hmm, you and the law. Because now you know, huh, that's the law of gender. I just conjured that sensation and projected it outward. I was masculine for a minute. And then when you accept that sensation, look at that. You were feminine. You just practiced the law of gender. You see how fun it is? Learning and practicing what we learn is incredibly exciting because you get to look back, and then you say, I remember when. Oh, that is one way of also summoning the sensation. When you go backwards into your memories and summon that sensation, you can simply use the phrase, I remember when. What's that telling you? If you remember when you did not, that means you've now done it. So it doesn't matter what the thing is, so long as you remember any time that you did. Yeah, remember any time that you did something. Well, I remember when I couldn't. I remember when I didn't have. I remember those things denote that you did not, but now you do. This is how we summon that sensation. And one of the best times, two of the best times, as soon as you wake up and as you lull yourself to sleep. Because that's when the subconscious mind is most active. She rises to the surface and says, what may I do for you? And you summon the sensation over and over until you fall asleep. And sure enough, your solution will be there, either the following morning or the following day. But she is, Neville Goddard calls her, a faithful wife and not a servant. A faithful wife will do as you ask. Because you didn't, here's what he says, he didn't command her to do it. It is always finesse, not force. Think about that for a moment. It is always finesse. That's why you summon the sensation in such a fashion. Remember the Bible story of Moses and the children of Israel in the desert, and they were thirsty, and they were complaining. And Moses got upset with their complaining, and God said, look, just reach out your staff and touch the rock. But Moses got mad at them because they were being petulant children, and he smote the rock. He hit it with his staff. The water still came forth, mind you. But the moral of the story is, you know the outcome will always be in your favor. That means you don't have to force it. You don't have to beat the rock. Touch it. A gentle caress if you wish. Finesse. That's what it means. I trust that makes sense to you today. There's some people I don't see that I miss. Summer Rose. And I also didn't see Matthias. Didn't see Jeff either. But I'll say hello to Cuddles. I will. See, I think of you all, you know. I don't wonder about you. I don't hope you're doing it. I know you are. How do I know? Because that is my sensation. This is how we can help each other to elevate. You got that person always sad around you? Have a sensation of wow, they did it. You know, when you hear them tell you something, a good piece of news about themselves, or maybe if you heard a good piece of news, or even if you have a good piece of news to share, the sensation is the same. Bring that sensation up when you think of them. Instead of this sensation, oh man, ugh, what a negative Nelly. I always got to be around her. What's wrong? Ugh, I wish she would learn to smile more. She's like Eeyore. See that? That sensation in your body when you think and speak of someone in that fashion? You actually have a sensation in your body. So that you've conditioned your body every time you see them or think of them. That's the way your body feels. And what happens? That's the way your body will get to feel. So do it in reverse. When you think of them, think of the feeling of, oh, finally, some good news, eh? The feeling of relief when you think of them. And they'll rise to the occasion. That's what they'll do. When Neville says, we don't know how things come about. It could have been some wayward child in the wine press just stomping on grapes and had a thought of something. He's just mashing grapes to make wine, and he has a wayward thought that seems to be persistent as he's mashing the grapes. And he sets some cause in motion. That's what happens. That's what we do. We're always setting a cause in motion. Be that cause instead of the undesirable. That's why I say sometimes this is why I tell people you don't always have to be positive or negative. Because we go through life. Yogi. We go through life and we have experiences. We can't be positive all the time. The law of rhythm tells you that. Ebb and flow. So how can you be positive all the time? What you can be is in control of the sensations you summon and project outward. That's what you can be in control of. Right? Does that make sense this morning? These people running around here, yay, I'm excited, I'm so positive, yay. That's exhausting. That's why sometimes you can only hold on for so long. That is the law of polarity. You can only keep yourself polarized for so long until you have to let go and come at it again. Because you need a break. The law shows you that a break is required. This is why sometimes we forget ourselves. Practice. Let's do one final practice before we go. What would you like to, what sensation would you like to have in your body? Think about that for a moment. Whatever that sensation is, summon it. It may not have been your experience. You may have seen it in a movie. You may have heard it somewhere. That's why the sensation is always there for you to choose, because it's everywhere around you. So take a moment now to summon the sensation that you would like to have in your body. There you go. And you see, for that sensation, choose any one of those sensations that you brought up for yourself today and see how long you can hold it. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, it doesn't matter. And how many times you can hold it. Or should I say, how many times can you summon it? And how long can you hold it? Frequency and duration. Frequency of thought. Duration of the sensation. Equal manifestation. Ah. Kane. I wish he was here. Summon the sensation. Feel it in your body. How long can you hold it for? And how many times? Frequency times duration equals manifestation. A simple formula. Go about the day and practice it. And always slide into my DMs and let me know. Remember, February the 1st, nighttime guided meditation right here on YouTube. I'll see if we can do it on the other platforms because I'll have to have the devices and trying to hold them as I meditate. But I'll figure it out. You don't worry. You leave that up to me to get the best solution for us all. But nighttime guided meditation returns. Oh, yes. I've been looking forward to that one. And we're also going to be doing more readings of things, different books that people have suggested they would like to hear or, have me narrated. So we're going to be doing those things. Just watch for those things. And also in February, we have the workshop on forgiveness. Oh, yes, we do. Now that is sure to be a fun time. If you would like, you can submit a question where you hold the unforgiveness, and we'll sort it out by way of law so that you can forgive. Oh, indeed. And it is a different way of looking at forgiveness, a way that is beneficial to us all, right? Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Much love, Twitter. Oh, Meep, I see you. You're now here. I see you, darling. All right, Twitter. I love you. There you go. One device out of my hands. Fan base. Hey, Nadia. Long time no see. I trust your weather is warmer than mine. Yes, we had a cold snap. Yes. Anyhow, fan base, I will see you. I will check my DMs after I log out of the room, and I'll communicate with you. Much love, fan base. Much, much love. Fan base is closed. All right, YouTube, just you and I. David, you have a great day too. I just love hanging out with you guys. I do. I don't have to hold you guys because you're the laptop, so I don't have to hold you. Yes. You go and save the best for last. Sorry, that song just popped into my head because you're always the last for me to close. Yes. I truly do love and appreciate each and every one of you and the time you take to come out every single day. It is, I hope you saw the fan artwork. I don't like saying fan. He's a fellow user of the law. How's that? It's in my community tab. I was just like, ugh. Now, when I tell you appreciation, yeah, I felt that appreciation very keenly. I sure did. Because if you think about it, the law moved him so much that he just did let me see, David. Hang on. I'm going to go in there and see the chat. But I was so moved by what he had done. And um, all he did was do what he was inspired to do by way of law. And that meant so much to me. Like, even down to the, if you guys see it, it's in my community tab on, I posted it on Twitter and I posted it on Insta. Like, even down to the part in my hair and the tapestry behind me, all of that detail. Think about think about the appreciation that he felt as he created it. They see the law of gender? That appreciation did not stay in his artwork. It was infused into his artwork and affected me in such a way. Law of gender. He projected it. I accepted. Masculine, feminine. That's what he did. So when you are inspired to do something for someone, do it with the utmost, right, of that inspiration. Oh, Sonia, thank you. I know you do. That's like, when I say I feel it so keenly, I feel it from all of you because you're always here and you always participate. Like, that's the beauty of the law. When it moves you to act. And that's what all of you do in this space. He just happens to be a graphic artist and a poet. And that's how he expresses himself. Because we all have our own unique expressions. Right? I trust that makes sense. I didn't see the message, David. I'm in the chat right now on my iPad. Oh, yes, you can hold and focus on a thought much longer now. Also, I can play a video in my mind and get lost in it. Yes, Neville did explain it. Oh, but I really showed how to do it even better. Oh, thank you. Um, because that is the way the all explained it to me, and so I explain it to you that way. Right? These are things when you spend that time, that is, pardon me, that is meditation. When you do that, that is meditation. Because you have to have a singular focus to summon the sensation. It's meditation. But we think that meditation has to be, there's a time and a place. And I find that the more you immerse yourself in the presence of the all by way of the law, you are shown things, you are elevated, you are inspired to grow and to expand. You are. And so you take your time with it. You'll be shown what your next step is. Always. Yeah, that's truly the beauty of what we have that we can use on a daily basis. Yeah, but like I say, sometimes it can be overwhelming when you hear all these terms because they're so mainstream now. But yet I find that people just regurgitate the information. They don't actually explain. And so when I ask the all, what should I say in this situation? And I get the answer, I give it. Because the law is simple. And in its simplicity, if we would but practice the law, it becomes easier. And it is one of those things, it holds you in its, I want to say, thrall. it fascinates you to the point where you can't let it go. You want more of it. And the more you want of the law and the presence of the all, it does something beautiful to you. That's why I love it so much. Because you don't remain the same at all. The all doesn't change, but we sure do. We relinquish this bondage of mm, not a good way of thinking, right? Because when you begin to practice it, everything begins to unfold. Yeah, it is beautiful. And I trust that you all feel that same sense of awe. Yeah, when you practice. And you notice now, you know how in the Bible it tells you to come before his presence with thanksgiving and praise? That is thanksgiving and praise. The fact that you practice the law creates a sense of reverence and awe within you. Because when you look at how balanced they are and how perfected the laws are, and you know how to use them, that awe sets in, that reverence. And it never has to be forced from you. You give it willingly. That is what the law encourages one to do, to be a cheerful giver. See? That's what it encourages us to do. You can't touch the law and be like, you can't do that. It doesn't, it won't, the more you might start that way. Well, I don't know if this works. You try it and you're like, oh, well, that's nice. Oh, tell me more. And it's like, it's equated to manna. I'll have to send Lance that title so we can do the story of manna. Yes, that's what it does. It is sweet. That's why the scripture says, oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see. Once you get a taste of the law. But yet, even though you have a taste of the law, you don't become gluttonous, do you? No, you don't. Funny thing that. It is beautiful how it always keeps you balanced. Well, it makes sense because it is balanced, so because you're using it, you become balanced. It is amazing. And that's where awe and reverence and that silence, that's where they come from, out of you. Yes, it is beautiful. So today, as you go through your day, remember to summon the sensation that you desire to have in your body. See how long you can hold the summoned desire within your body, and how frequently you can summon it. Because it is only a matter of time before you have the physiological experience, meaning you hold that sensation in your hand, because you are living in it right now. That is your word for today. Summon the feeling or the sensation of appreciation. Whether it is appreciation that you have experienced for yourself or appreciation that you have for someone or something, it is irrelevant. All that matters is that you summon the sensation of appreciation. It will do much for you. It will. Because it is law. I love you all, and I will see you again very soon. Or hear you, that is. Yes. All right, my beautiful friends, go forth and let us be the masters of our destiny. Because we can be in the world, yet not of it. Much love, my beautiful friends. Much, much love.